Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to this 100% walkthrough of Assassin's Creed. We are back. You will see I've moved on a little bit on the map between episodes. We finished up around here. And we're right below this viewpoint here, which we're going to collect on our way before we head on to Damascus. So let's run up here and collect this. We are going to need all of the viewpoints to be able to get the 100% complete. So I'm going to be showing all of those throughout the game. There are viewpoints in the kingdom and also in all of the cities and things as well. So we're going to need to make sure we get all of those. Also, I've been thinking about how I'm going to do this because the travelling through the kingdom it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. I mean, once you've done it a little bit, it's pretty much the same the whole way around. Guards, the occasional outpost, things like that. So what I think I'll do is I'll leave in all of the travelling to and from Masyaf to Damascus at this part of the game. We'll leave that in just so you guys following along at home and things like that. Or if you haven't seen the game before, know exactly what you need to do. What is the horse doing over there? Come on, horse. Yeah, just so you guys get an idea of what you need to do. But once we've done that, once we've got to Damascus and sorted all that stuff out, then I'll probably just cut out the travelling between places. Because, like I said, it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. It's all a bit repetitive. I will, of course, include any stuff in the kingdom later on that we need to do. So the flags and the Templars and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I thought it'd be useful to leave this stuff in here for now. Just so you get an idea of what the kingdom's like, what kind of things you might run into. Also, whenever I get to the guards, you'll notice I'm using the blend option on the horse. You don't have to do that. You can sort of charge past them. If you do that, though, you will trigger an alert, and the guards will all try to kill you, which I probably wouldn't recommend at this point of the game if you're playing at home, just because we have such a low health bar and pretty much no good weapons at this stage in the game. So if you want to take your chances with the guards, by all means go ahead. I don't want to do that because I think it'll probably end badly. So for now we'll play it safe for the most part and just try to blend in whenever we hear that noise and see that red flashing thing in the top corner. And we've got another viewpoint here which we're going to collect, and then we'll be off to Damascus, which shouldn't take us too long because we're actually nearly there now. So we'll just scale this thing. Listen to some nice music while we're doing it. Get the viewpoint ticked off. That'll be 4 out of 12 in the kingdom. There's actually not too many of them. That there that you can see on the left of your screen. Can you see that guy wearing white with a red helmet? That is one of the many Templars that I'm talking about that you'll encounter throughout the kingdom. We will be taking all of those guys out. He was actually detecting us there. They're pretty good at spotting people from a long way away and also hearing people. We are not going to mess with him. We'll do a special video to do with all the Templars so you can see all the locations together. We're not going to get involved in that because, again, it'll probably end badly at this point in the game. So we'll forget all about that for now. So let's just synchronize this viewpoint. There's actually a guard down there, I think. But never mind. So let's get this. I love the way it shows the whole area, though, when you do the viewpoints. That's one thing that I think is really good about Assassin's Creed games. Not the best place to come out in here, really. Yeah. This is a... Well, it's a fort type place, isn't it? Full of soldiers. So we'll move on swiftly. No. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Thank you, horse. That probably goes down as one of the dodgy mechanics, I would say. Right, okay, so we're yellow now. So we've escaped them for the time being. I didn't want to do that, but the horse wanted to jump over the thing there, so... They've lost sight of us anyway, so we should be all good. It'll flash yellow for a bit, and then we should be fine. So let's move on to Damascus anyway, because we're pretty much there. We hopefully won't run into any more resistance along the way. So let's head through here and it will load in. I have noticed as well the loading times seem to be a lot lower on this Revelations port of the game than they were on the original game. It might just be that we haven't come to a big area yet, but I seem to remember the loading screens being really long, and they haven't been so far, so... Anyway, we are on our way to Damascus. As you can see there. Our first big city of the game. So we'll head down to Damascus. Past these guards. We won't make too much of a fuss. We don't want to trigger the guards on the way into the city. Now these guys are only mildly suspicious of us for some reason. I guess we're less known here. And here we are. We've made it to Damascus, where we will meet Tamir and get our first target. Right, so we can save citizens from soldiers, and they will actually help us out. So, let's trigger that.
Why are you doing this?
It would have been better if we'd used the hidden blade there, but the game didn't want us to do that because I didn't select it. Okay, we saved this guy.
I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
Okay, so scholars, they will help us get into the city undetected. So we can hold this button to blend in with them, and the game will automatically move us. They're a moving hiding spot, as it says there, because quite often when we get to a city, you'll see that outside the gates there are tons of guards. Now these guards will be hostile towards us if they see us. So there is another way we can do it. We can do a bit of free running to go up the wall and jump across those beams. That is one option. But this is another way. This is a low profile way of doing it. So we'll skip past these guys because we are but a humble scholar. Thank you, good sirs. Thank you. Thank you. We'll follow these guys. They'll go into the city and then we should be good. And we can go ahead and find Tamir. And actually, I'm really enjoying this. It's been, like I said, probably about 7 or 8 years since I last played this game. And I'm having a lot of fun. So, let's come out of here, because there's someone a bit suspicious of us around here. That guy, probably. And let's take a look at our map and see where we need to go. So, we are in the Poor District. And we need to do 6 investigations. 2 investigations are needed to access the assassination memory, but we're going to get all 6 because it gives us more clues of how to take out our target, and also it's good for the 100%. We do have viewpoints here as well, so we will be collecting those, and we can also collect some flags and things here as well. But first, let's go to the viewpoint, because that will help us find where Tamir is. And then we can go about things from there. We should be alright with the yellow. I mean, there's another citizen here that we could look to save. There's not really any more guards.
I need help! Please, anyone! Die, infidel! You will die here!
So, we'll help this guy out. The blocking is a bit temperamental. Really? I honestly don't remember how to do the blocking very well on this game. And they're gone. Right.
Thank you, my boys. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we saved 1 of 12 citizens. Again, that's something that we're going to have to do. So we may as well do it as we see any, as we go around. So that see there, we got sync bar update, 6 out of 15 other objectives. So it is something that we need to do. So let's head up here anyway to our first viewpoint of the poor district. Sometimes there are guards on the roof as well, and they don't react very well to you being up here. So that's something to bear in mind. We'll probably run into some of those at some point. There you go, Altair, up you get. Bit higher, please. And we can activate our first viewpoint in the city. Mind out, Eagle. Okay. Let's synchronize and check out this really lovely looking city. So, 1 of 9 viewpoints now scaled within the poor district of Damascus. But if we look at our map, what we can see now is we've uncovered a fair amount of all this. So, there are these, which are saved citizens. There are also more viewpoints. There's a pickpocket here, which we can do. And here is the Assassin's Bureau. Now, that's where Tamir's waiting for us. So, we'll head across to Tamir. But we do also want to do some of these investigations like pickpocket and things like that. There's 6 to do. We're going to do them all. We'll also save the citizens because it's all part of the additional memories for the 100%. So, there are... not that one. These are the additional memories and things which are outside. So we've got... where are they? Damascus. There are 100 Saracens flags to collect. So what I'll probably do is do a separate video on each district of each part of the city. So you can see this is the rich district, this is the middle district, this is the poor district. We won't unlock these 2 districts until later in the game. So we'll probably do a separate video for each area's collectibles. That seems like the easiest way to do it to me. Let's head down to this pickpocket. Oops, that was a bad idea. So yeah, that is something that's going to happen a fair amount in this game. Because as I said, some mechanics are a little bit janky. And that is one of them, funnily enough. That is one of them. The jumping off of viewpoints can be very, very weird. Sometimes it works perfectly. Sometimes it's absolutely dreadful. And you don't go towards the hay bale, which you're supposed to fall into. That is an example of that. So, if you're playing along, or just watching, be aware that's going to happen a lot. We've got to pickpocket this guy, but there are quite a few guards around.
Yes, I am to deliver the letter to your merchant friend.
And you know who to see?
The same man as always.
Do not think to betray my presence in this city. We have many eyes, many ears.
And many arms, yes. Good for silencing those who say too much. I know this well. You have my word.
Good. Then be quick about it. Time is short.
So he has got a letter to deliver. And we're going to have to get that off of him. I'm not suspicious, don't look at me. So what I want to do here is be very careful of these people with pots. Because the people with pots can drop those pots. Like so. You could have been hurt, but luckily you weren't. Did we get it? We didn't. Ah, okay. I am so bad at these pickpockets so far. What on earth? I don't know why it's going so bad. I felt like we had it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Come on, free running. Right, so we'll leave the area. That should re-initialize and we can come back. We might actually be able to hide in here to re-trigger it. There we go. Okay, we'll give it another go. Yeah, hopefully these pickpocket missions aren't going to cause too much of a trouble. I don't, the mechanic's just a bit weird to me. I know it's because it's the first game and it's, you know. Right, so let's no, we don't want to target him. Let's target him. Anyway, it's good that they made it so you don't have to listen to the whole conversation again.
I have everything you'll ever need. Yes, come. Let me show you everything I have.
There we go, we did it. So we acquired a letter stating Tamir prepares a large shipment. So that's going to come in handy in our investigation as we track down our target. That makes me think, I don't know. I thought Tamir was the guy we were supposed to meet, but maybe not. So there's citizens to save, there's all these things to do. We're going to head across this way. We're going to collect a viewpoint and then we're going to head to the bureau and talk to our friend over there. That's one of the flags that I was talking about. We'll do all of those together though. Okay. We'll jump down here. Yes, I'm getting down, Yeah, the guards aren't too happy if you start, you know, jumping up on walls and things like that, which makes sense. It's a bit of a weird thing to do. Okay, so our next viewpoint is in here. There are some guards in here, so we'll just have to be careful they don't see us trying to scale this. No, we should be good around here. There we go. We're starting to see the weird glitches happening, aren't we? Someone can see us. I'm not sure who it is, though. Oh, well, they can't see us now. So it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, given us, we're going to have to activate all of these viewpoints, so we're going to do that. And then we'll head over to the bureau. So let's climb up here. Some of these buildings are really beautiful, aren't they? Right, up. Wow, they climb so slowly in this game, I'd forgotten. In the newer ones, they just speed up the buildings like it's nothing. But you can see how big the cities are. For an early PS3 game, it's got quite a big world in it, actually. So that's 2 of 9 viewpoints scaled. There we go, that's what should have happened last time. Straight into the hay. But the game didn't want to do that. So you can see now we've also discovered an eavesdropping thing over here. So we're going to go ahead and get that, because that will help us out. I think we'll probably get all of the little investigation things before we take on the Bureau mission, because it's good to find all the information first, because it tells you little hacks you can use to assassinate your target easier. So it might tell you things like how many guards are around them, maybe there's an easy way of getting to the target, things like that. So, let's sit down on this bench. Can you be careful, please? Right, here we go. Is that him? Maybe it's the other guy? Why is that not triggering? Oh, we've got to click listen.
It's rats. No, it's children. I hear them laughing.
Rats or children, either way, it's bad for business. All that noise!
Someone needs to get up on those beams and clear them out.
I wonder how they're getting up there.
Must be through the central courtyard.
Then we should ask the guard to have a look.
Ah, they're all much too busy polishing the backside of their master.
So there you go. The beams which cross the central courtyard can be accessed. So that gives us some crucial information. We know that there's a special way that we can get to the central courtyard. And that will be a big, big help for us. Because it's going to help us get in and out once we've done our assassination. Hopefully, without completing any running into any problems. So, our investigation is complete, so we can return to the Bureau to begin the assassination memory. But we can also... Sorry about your pot. We can also carry on collecting leads, and we're going to do just that, because we want as much information as possible for the 100%, but also to make life easy for us. But we're going to leave it there for this episode. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click on that like button. It really does help the channel to grow, so I do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you're new or just haven't already done so. And I'll see you all next time.